In 1868, the Republicans had the perfect presidential candidate, Ulysses S. Grant. War hero, vanquisher of Lee, conqueror of Vicksburg. His wartime record, enough to get him elected. The Democrats nominated the wartime governor of New York named Horatio Seymour. He just simply had no chance. And in 1868, Grant wins, and Congress is going to have a truly free hand to organize a Reconstruction. The main reason why is because Grant has already said that this office is more of a reward for his service, and they would let Congress do whatever it wanted for the most part. In the spring of 1867, after the Republican takeover of both houses with a two-thirds majority, they had begun the process of Reconstruction. So let me explain the process once more. First, you must register all eligible voters. Then, have it elect a constitutional convention. Write the new constitution, set up the government under it, elect senators and representatives, send them to Washington, and have Congress accept them. Once you do that, you're back in the Union. This time, though, Congress was running it, and it was run by the U.S. Army specifically. The 10 southern states, still out of the Union, were divided into 5 military districts, and a Union general was put in charge of each district, and the armies provided the Reconstruction process. The next matter was who could vote. And that was a major debate because of the fact that the Republican Party relied so much on the freeman vote. So they are going to propose 2 different amendments to protect that right to vote. The first is the 14th Amendment, and it basically is supposed to guarantee the right to vote for citizens. Here's what it says. All persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and of the state wherein they reside. Basically what that means is that if you're born in the United States, you are actually given citizenship rights at the beginning of your life, rather than being naturalized. This was to protect slaves that were both imported into the United States, a minority of the slaves, and also the majority of the former slaves who were born in the United States. Now, the Republicans made sure that the remaining states that had to come back into the Union ratified this amendment before they could come back into the Union. It also is the Republicans are also going to propose another amendment that protects the right to vote, particularly of the black right to vote, and basically the 15th Amendment, which says the right of citizens of the United States to vote shall not be denied or abridged by the United States or by any state on account of race, color, or previous condition of servitude. Basically meaning that your race, your color, or whether or not you were a slave should not be a determinant about whether or not you have the right to vote. A state could not bar any person based on their race, color, or previous condition of servitude or previous status as a slave as disqualifying them from voting. These were all parts of the Reconstruction process. So the 15th Amendment will also be ratified in 1870. You could say it to this point that Reconstruction was over and the Union was restored, right? Yet Reconstruction was not over at this point. From the point of view of the Republicans, if Reconstruction was to be successful, the Republicans needed to be in control of the South. So this brings us now to our third phase of Reconstruction, Republican state governments, and that'll be the subject of our next video.